Hi, welcome to Riding on the Cheap, where this channel is all about riding and not spending mega bucks on your bike. The plan of this channel is to be a resource for those wanting to save cash and buy non-brand name parts. In this video, I'll talk to you about my Seraph FM078 frame, which is an XC frame. My purchase was $750 plus $150 in shipping, which is all in Canadian dollars. I needed to replace my frame because my 2016 Niner Jet was cracking, and brand name frame that was alloy was around $2,000 and $5,000, give or take, for a carbon frame. I also needed to have a frame that was non-boost. And what I found with a lot of these Chinese brands was that I was able to choose the triangle width. And in my case, it was the old standard axle, which is 142/12. A lot of my wheels are DT Swiss hubs, so really they're pretty indestructible. And I didn't want to change out something that was still in use, and I didn't want to mess around with adapters. So really having a Chinese frame really worked well for me. And I also chose this frame because it's a straight swap for my rear shock from my Niner to this Seraph frame. Also, Seraph is also known as Tantan Cycling, which I don't really know much about, but if anybody knows, please post a comment below. I bought this 29er frame, which can also accommodate 27.5 plus in the large size, which is 19 inches. It doesn't have the slackest head tube, it's 68.5, and the C-tube angle is 73.5. So really, it's not really slack at all, but which works well for me because I mostly ride XC. Anyways, the frame is designed to have 110 to 120 millimeter fork, and the rear travel is 100 mils. So far, it's been pretty good. I did have an incident where the rear left horse link came off the frame on the rear triangle, and it was catastrophic because I was in a race, and it was a XC marathon race, and I had 30 Ks to get out. So luckily there was somebody with zip ties to help me zip tie that section together, and I rode out very gently, leaning to the right side, onto the left side, so the tire wouldn't rub. But climbing, it is pretty good, especially on janky, technical, broken terrain. It's been really comfortable to ride uphill. The front wheel doesn't pop, and it's an XC bike, which I outfitted as a downcountry bike with the fork, the 120 mil treble fork. It's climbing on a road though. You definitely need to lock out your suspension. You definitely feel that the rear suspension is active. But places which are rooty, potholed, or I guess like sort of like in the desert that are really bumpy. It's been a really good bike actually, and climbing has been pretty comfortable. Descending, it's a downcountry bike or XC bike, and it doesn't have the slackest head tube, but for me, it's totally fine. I'm sort of really used to that. But I have taken off drops, and the carbon hasn't busted on me so far. So hopefully that luck continues on. Again, in janky terrain, it's been fine. Cornering, it's been great actually, and it's pretty smooth, lots of control. I am running a shorter stem, short for XC, I guess, is like 50 mils. So, I just haven't had any issues. But if you want to know any specifics about descending or climbing, again, just send me a question in the comments. Overall, the customer service dealing with Seraph hasn't been great. When my bolt popped out, it contacted them. I mean, they did send me a new bolt for the horse link, but you get these comments like, yes, we'll replace your rear triangle, and then somebody else would be working the next day and, no, we're not sending you a rear triangle, we're sending you another bolt. And it's like, okay, whatever. And then I had one guy one rep say that you should tighten your bolts. I was like, thanks, tips. Anyways, so for the price, really under $1,000, you can't really expect that much, and add in the language barrier as well. It's you got to keep your expectations low on buying these frames. That's just my opinion. If it was a brand name, North American famous brand name, I definitely would expect something way better. And I think the expectation when you're paying that much domestically for a frame, you should have the best customer service. But I'm really buying this thing at a discount, so I just have low expectations in dealing with AliExpress vendors. Anyways, to continue on, I'm pretty happy with this. I'll post another review on it later in the season. It's middle of the winter, January 2023 here in Canada, so not much time. There's not much for riding except a fat bike around here. So if you enjoy this, please let me know. Subscribe to the channel, and please post any questions you want in the comment section below. Thanks.